Imagine you're walking through life with a giant invisible backpack stuffed with everything from your earliest memories to your latest late night. Inside you'll find executive functions like cognitive flexibility, inhibitory control, and working memory. Your brain's little task force that keeps you organized, focused, and ideally not losing your keys every other day. These mental skills live mostly in the prefrontal cortex, which likes to light up during anything that requires planning, problem solving, or trying not to eat an entire cake out of stress. When the prefrontal cortex is firing efficiently, we call it neural efficiency. When it's not, well, that's when coffee feels like a personality trait. Now, these executive functions tend to bump elbows with mental health problems. Conditions like anxiety, depression, bipolar disorder, dyslexia all interact with the cognitive system in unique ways. Social anxiety, for instance, might crank up your sympathetic nervous system. Sweaty palms, rapid heart rate, and that familiar feeling of, did I really just say that out loud? Stress reactivity shows up, the HPA axis gets in on the action, and suddenly you feel like you're trapped in an emotional roller coaster you didn't consent to ride on. Yet understand your awareness, regulation, and vocabulary around emotions can help you navigate these moments with a little more grace and a lot fewer internal catastrophes. As emotions ebb and flow, moods shifting from contentment to hopelessness, motivation rising and falling, you're constantly managing a mix of psychological and physiological changes. Things like blood pressure, heart rate, and even sleep patterns tag along for the ride. Early life stress and household dysfunction can shape your emotional and neurobiological development too, influencing how your circuits wire themselves and how your stress recovery looks years down the road. Toxic stress isn't just a dramatic phase, it can alter memory, attention, and even long-term psychological adaptation. That's why understanding the roots of your emotional states matter. It's not drama, it's psychoneuroimmunology. But before this sounds like a lifelong struggle session, let's talk about the brighter side, the emotional toolbox. Pro-social behaviors, conflict resolution, and good-old-fashioned kindness. Emotional regulation strategies like acceptance, self-acceptance, putting things into perspective, positively focusing, or just breathing before reacting can shift the whole tone of your day. When you swap rumination and catastrophizing for hopeful, humble attitudes, your cognitive and emotional systems thank you. Suddenly, life satisfaction doesn't feel so elusive, and your personality perspectives start to align more with who you want to be than who stress ties to convince that you are. In the end, this whole system, your cognition, emotion, physiology, and personality, isn't a static structure, but a dynamic dance. Your brain keeps learning, adjusting, and rewiring, proving that even with all its quirks, it's still pretty extraordinary at helping you move throughout the world.